So today we are looking at this classic matchup from 2012, and we begin from the following position. Rafa has achieved what is essentially an ideal Teleriva guard. All four of his limbs are well placed to control and to off balance. Both grips on the lapel are keeping Cobrinha in a forward bent posture. This, combined with the feet control, Rafa can use various push and pull combinations with his limbs to attack in multitude of directions. For the passer, counterbalancing, grip fighting, along with a compromised posture, is physically taxing and cannot be maintained. Which is why it is common for the passer in this position to bend the knee, if you will, pun intended, and to sit down. Since the center of mass is lower, the position becomes more stable against lifting directions. Hence why the collar grip is not as powerful here as it was before. But the position does come with other concerns. Now, deep Teleriva hook is easier to achieve, and the focus of attack is about moving oneself to create the favorable angle against this stable structure, which is this direction. With the deep Teleriva hook, lapel grip, and the second hook incoming, Rafa aims at the back take, referred to as the crab ride. Now, Rafa is trying to pull and rotate to expose back, and it is a quite difficult position to resist, trying to counter-rotate from the hips and from the upper body, creating this twisting pressure in the spine. Also, leg becomes folded against the body. However, Cobrinha fights through this and stops backtake attempt. But not without a concession. Rafa manages to pull Cobrinha's leg up and slide his own leg underneath, making the position on top fragile. The only defense against sweeps to the left is Cobrinha's left arm, but here it is not a question of if, but rather when that arm gets trapped and sweep occurs. So in short order, the arm does get trapped, Rafa extends legs to stretch out Cobrinha's space, and with a scissors-like motion tilts to get the sweep. Next battle begins immediately, midway the sweep. Due to the position of Cobrinha's leg, a leg drag pass can be attempted. Thus Rafa will aim to restrict Cobrinha's both legs on this side, while Cobrinha needs to fight to keep the left leg in between the two to maintain guard. Once on top, the aim is to position one's body so that it works as a barrier against the leg, not allowing any space, making guard recovery difficult. Cobrinha uses left arm as a frame to keep some pressure off whilst trying to maintain top leg in position. On the bottom, if hip cannot be realigned, then guard cannot be recovered. Trying to escape hip to either direction is possible. Escaping to the outside direction is preferred, as it will allow to regain guard without any risks. This battle continues until either side achieves their goal. However, the longer this struggle continues, the more tiring it is for the guard player. Using frames and more muscle force from the bottom versus leaning in from the top with body weight, top is much more efficient. Rafa takes the grip on the leg and tilts his body to the side to completely get Cobrinha's leg out of the way. Readjust upper body as a barrier, and finally switches the grips to collars to completely control the position. It is not necessary to hold the grip on the leg to control it, rather a restriction is sufficient. By pressing down with the elbow and maintaining body barrier, control remains. Escaping to the side is a later stage recovery, when the leg has gone past a point of no return, so escaping to the outside becomes impossible. Now, if enough space can be created between the two in opposite direction, and the restriction does not hold, then it is possible to bring the leg back in between. Cobrinha attempts inside escape, but Rafa maintains control. To finish the pass is to make a body rotation so that the head and chest maintain position as if they are at the center of rotation, and lower body, legs, circularly rotate to land in a side position. The hand that Cobrinha uses to frame, while it keeps distance between the upper bodies, if extended far enough, can become vulnerable to arm lock transition, which is what happens in this case. Cobrinha defends well, constantly working to angle out of the submission, but Rafa keeps countering all movements, readjusting the grip on the arm lock constantly to maintain pressure on the elbow joint, forcing the tap.